We'll certainly take the hell whack back, but as of right now, it doesn't look to me that she spends enough effort trying to improve her neighborhood, which she represents. So, unfortunately, sorry, Sophie Maxwell, you're hella whack. All right, who we got next? Ed Chu. I've been waiting for this guy. Ed Chu is famous for being voted in to public office to represent a neighborhood when not only did he not live in the neighborhood, he didn't live in the city. Wait a minute. You're telling me he didn't even live in the city and he got voted in to represent a whole district and to sit on the board of supervisors? Yeah. These San Francisco residents that pride themselves on being so politically savvy and informed and educated voted in a guy that didn't even live in the city. So, and he tried to extort money from merchants in the neighborhood he represented. So, for that, my friend, you, just like Willie Brown, are hella whack, and you don't even deserve to be on this show. Okay, stop laughing like that. You're scaring me. Let's move this sucker along. All right, moving right along here, we have Shaun Ellis. Shaun Ellis losing his hair a little bit right there. Shaun Ellis is the one guy on the board where if you look at the board of supervisors, you're like, man, I could be on the board of supervisors. Because he's just like a regular old dude. He looks like you could hang out with him and have a beer and a shot at a bar and perhaps maybe check out some strippers at the local strip club. So for that, Shaun Ellis, we are going to say... Shaun Ellis, we got your back. Even though politically you're a little bit more right and you're a little bit more conservative, you look like a good dude that we could go have a beer with. So even though you disagree with probably 80% of what this guy stands for, you're going to say you have his back just because he looks like someone you could go have a beer with? That's pretty important criteria. Okay, alcoholic, you need some help. Who we got next? Moving right along here, Amos Brown, the head of the NAACP, total, complete hypocrite. Amos Brown, when my cousin got beat up by the police officers known as Fajita Gate here in San Francisco, and we had Earl Sanders as our chief, Amos Brown said this was a modern day lynching, quote unquote. He said that. You can go back on the news. And he said this was the best police force in the country. SFPD, best police force in the country, said that. And just 2 years later, when the police were rioting up at Thurgood Marshall High School, he went to the board of supervisors and was blasting the police when Earl Sanders and Willie Brown were no longer mayor and chief. So what does that tell you? I don't know. It tells me he's a complete hypocrite. How can we go from the best police force in the country to him going after him for major problems rioting at a high school? So with that, and my friend Amos Brown, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. You are hella whack. Yo, I must say, I have to ride with you 100% on this one. That dude is whack. Thank you very much, John. I do my research here, and I don't forget people that talk one way and then talk the exact opposite way just a couple years later. I heard that. Who we got next? All right, our next gentleman here, Jeff Adachi. Jeff Adachi heads the Public Defender's Office here in San Francisco, which, if you don't know, the Public Defender's Office is in charge of not only representing, you know, our poorest alleged criminals that catch cases out there in San Francisco, but his office represented me a time or two growing up. And Jeff Adachi, it's this time I might say that if anyone's walked through the Tenderloin lately, they're well aware that Jeff Adachi, the head of the Public Defender's Office, Jeff Adachi, is doing a spectacular job. almost too good of a job, so let me take this time to tell you, go have a drink or two at night, maybe oversleep, miss work a couple days, because I think I speak for a lot of the city where people are a little bit nervous sometimes walking down their street. But Jeff Adachi is a great guy, and you know, my friend, Jeff Adachi taking back the city. We got your back. All right, no argument from here on that one, and I definitely agree, Jeff Adachi, man, you could certainly go out and party, maybe miss work a couple times, definitely. But in any way, good work, John. Well, thank you very much, John. I certainly do appreciate that. All right, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Moving around on Kamala Harris. She heads the district attorney's office. And for the exact reason why I have Jeff Adachi's back, I must say that Kamala Harris, again, if you walk through the Tenderloin lately, you are well aware that she is doing a horrible job. Which may benefit me from time to time, perhaps, and maybe a couple of my colleagues and friends as well. However, she's also Willie Brown's ex-girlfriend, and she didn't care when that Judge Tensing, was letting all those police officers go after they beat up my cousin on Union Street, a.k.a. Fajita Gate, and I'm not going to let that one go. And for that, Kamala Harris, you are hella whack. You're pretty, but you're hella whack. Hey, I can't argue with you on that one. I know you can't. All right, man, who we got next? So, oh, hey, Tom Ammiano. If there's any supervisor that, you know, embodies San Francisco, the San Francisco spirit, the left-leaning, liberal, socialistic side, might I say. It's Tom Ammiano, and Tom Ammiano taking back the city, got your back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why do you have Tom Ammiano's back? What's up with that? I'm kind of in a tight position here, John. Tom Ammiano locker is right behind mine at the YMCA, so if I go in any other direction with Tom Ammiano, it may be a little awkward next time I go to work out. So we got your back. So just because this guy's locker is directly behind yours at the YMCA, you're saying you have his back? Yeah. So keep it up, Tom. Yo, who's next? Hey, Carmen Chu. Carmen Chu. Carmen Chu? If you're watching this, Carmen Chu, I think you're very pretty. You're beautiful. I'd love to go to dinner with you sometime. I got your back. Call me. Just because you think she's pretty and you want to go to dinner with her, you have her back? Yeah. Dude, I'm worried about you. Who's next? Angela Alioto. Angela Alioto, out of everyone, has a wonderful last name, might I say. And she embodies San Francisco. She ran for mayor about 16 times and lost every single 16 times. But as an asthmatic and someone that cigarette smoke bothers a lot, she headed the charge to take on big tobacco companies and actually outlaw them in our city. So without further ado, and might I say, I'm an Alioto. I've never met Angela Alioto in my life. Everyone thinks we're cousins and whatnot, but we're not. Angela Alioto, you know what? Something about Angela Alioto too, she craves attention like you wouldn't believe. Wait a minute. She's not the only Alioto that craves attention. I know a certain other Alioto that likes just as much attention as she gets. What are you trying to say? I'm just saying, I know this one pale white dude with the last name Alioto that